Yay!
Yay!
Echo. Is the echo gone? No. Yes. Okay. Yay! Anime Reflux. Woo! Fucking screw daylight savings time. It sucks. Everyone hates it. Blah.
It might be gone soon, at
One hopes
least
by the
here.
time that people actually hear this episode, which, by the way, I have started editing them, so they'll start coming out soon. Uh, um,
That's good.
Hopefully, by the time this one comes out, you will have gotten rid of daylight savings time. I'd never have to fucking deal with this bullshit ever again. Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. It is the worst thing. That's
Wait, don't you still have it? So like
that's
you only
really
have to worry about
depressing.
it from one angle, I suppose.
That's a good point, but also at the same time, the worst part of it is that it's different for like 2 weeks out of the year that the time zones are closer. Like if it's just me I have to worry about for daylight savings time where it changes twice a year and it's that for 6 months, then that's fine. Like it sucks still, and I would like us to get rid of it too, but it's better than it changing at different times of the year for both sides.
Yeah. Just one problem to worry about at a time would be nice.
So, away from things that we should be talking about on the podcast instead of the anime reflux because it would be timely there. Um, Itazuna no Kiss, I think, is the name of this one. Or is it Itazura?
Itazura, no kiss.
Itazura. I got it
Yeah,
wrong. I am the shit.
Itazura, not kiss. Yeah.
I got it doubly wrong. I am the
it's
shitty
fine.
shit.
I don't think the title even means anything.
It has
Other
other
names.
names. Neither of them are in English, but it is apparently shortened to Itakis, which
It a kiss.
Itakis. That's
It,
that's when you get a little too
the
aggressive and
English
start going.
the
It's
English name is
Itakis.
Playful Kiss, and the manga did come out in 1990. So you're right on that, Slicer.
Aha!
They
I
just
could
decided
I could
to.
sense the '90s feel.
Yeah, it was first a television drama in the 90s, and then it got an anime like 12 years later.
Oh, like
Of
that
course it is.
that fucking other one that we did. Oh, tapping on the desk shouldn't do that. The I forget what it was called. Something about winter, I think it was. Music. Guy was dying or something. Anyway, yeah, same situation as that thing.
Yeah, that feels like a TV drama.
Um, yeah. So my opinion on the quality of this depends on where it goes.
The quality for me, it was like, oh, I'm actually enjoying this, and then it went downhill.
Yeah, it was great for a bit. Like, okay, so the story starts with one thing I appreciate this, by the way. It pretty much confirmed the thing that I wasn't sure was a real thing for Japanese schools, where the lettering determines the or denotes the supposed quality of the students in the class.
The average grade, I assume.
Yeah. So like A is the best class. Fucking phone, fuck off. A is the best class, and then it goes down from there for however many classes that they have.
Yeah, this seems like this may have been a thing in the 90s. I don't know if it's still a thing.
I assume it's still a thing because it would make sense for like My Hero Academia, where one B have this real fucking chip on their shoulder about one A.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was the context that I heard this, that there's a cultural reason behind it, why that whole feud thing exists. Uh,
Classic competition, I assume.
yeah, I mean, there's a thing elsewhere. Like we had that too. With like, I was in the top class and didn't belong there, but I was in the top class, and there were classes below that kind of fucking hated us. So
Oh, we just have average and remedial. That's it.
The only thing that I did was, IB program in high school, and then we had a minor feud with the honors students.
Irritable bowel. It's terrible. I feel bad for you. Whole class
Uh,
of kids with irritable bowel.
International Baccalaureate.
That's
I'm
much
gonna
less.
pretend it's the other thing. That's funny. All right. So yeah. So it's good to have that confirmed, and that is plot relevant to this because the girl main protagonist of this show is in class F, which is the shittiest class, and she has a crush on a boy who is in class A, which is the super best class, and he is the super genius, awesome at everything dude kind of guy, and also kind of wealthy. So, kind of dream guy kind of thing going on. And tries. I was gonna say she gives him, but she tries to give him a love letter, and he's just like, "No, I'm not interested in stupid girls." like,
Just straight up.
holy shit!
Yeah.
That
Like-
was brutal.
Yeah,
She then begins to go through the process of like she's super depressed and she has a ton of friends who support her.
yeah.
Even though the
She
rest
has
of
some
this-
girlfriends, and she has a dude that is obviously crushing on her, and is super earnest but kind of misplaced. And he's like,
I appreciate the fact that they're really using the fact that they're all in class F or something. They're all fucking idiots.
yeah, they all
Yeah.
kind of suck, but they're all also good people.
Yeah,
Mostly,
and they support her, and
the dude guy
you know-
wants to beat up the rich asshole, and
Which-
she's like, "No, just leave it alone. I was stupid for even trying."
yeah, she's been in love with this guy for 2 years, and he's just like, no, I hate stupid girls. Like, so she begins the process of trying to move on and be like, yeah, no, I'm done with him.
Yeah, good for her. And she has a home life with her dad and not a mum, if memory serves.
Yeah, her mom has passed away a long time
And
ago.
They have a new house, which is cool. Just recently built. Which, all right. They have a housewarming where there was another encounter with the rich asshole also, but it's not really. It doesn't really add anything other than him being an asshole again.
Yeah, her friends come over, and like the one dude who's kind of crushing on her kind of organizes this so that like they're all there and they're able to be with her because they realize she's had a tough time, and the rest of the school has not been kind to her about this, talking about her behind her back and everything.
Yeah, as
And
schools do.
And she has a nice moment with all of them, and the dude who's crushing on her he is like, oh man, that one guy is such a douche. And he starts punching the house a little bit, and then an earthquake happens.
He's like, oh shit, did I cause that?
And yeah, no, her father gets like trapped inside, and it's a really like emotional scene, and Kin goes over and he literally saves her father's life.
Yep.
Just lifts a section of house.
Good dude. Like, just a really good person. Holy shit.
Yeah. And turns out later on that there were termites that had infested one of the main support pillars, and it was just an oversight with the building.
Yeah, so it was like a 2 point something earthquake, so literally nothing, especially for Japan. So like theirs is the only house that fell down or even had any damage whatsoever.
Yeah. So
a stiff breeze would have knocked down that house at that point.
Everybody is talking about her at school.
It's like, yeah, her life is so shitty. Let's all laugh at her.
Yeah. Kin, meanwhile, is starting a donation fund to help her get a new house.
God damn. Like, yeah, that's embarrassing, but still, god damn, dude. You are so cool.
Like the
Saves
next
her
day,
father's
dude,
life. The very next day, starts organizing a donation fund to help her get into a new house. Like, come on.
I want to date this guy. Like, come on.
And the rich asshole is just like, oh, fine, I guess I'll donate. And she slaps his hand away and is like, I don't want your money.
And he treated it really like an obligation to help her. Like he was being forced to do so, essentially, for some reason.
Yeah, so she does school and everything, and then her dad comes and picks her up in a taxi from school and is like, okay, we're moving in with like a friend of mine that has offered to put us up for a while. So they go to the house, and it's the same last name as that douche. What a coincidence. She keeps telling herself for as long as possible until she literally sees him.
Yeah, she's really in denial about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he has a little brother, and the little brother asks her for help on maths homework, and she doesn't have a fucking clue. And the little brother is equally an asshole to the elder. Parents seem nice.
Yeah, I think it's like starter kanji or something, and she just doesn't understand it.
Oh yeah, it wasn't massive kanji. You're right.
I don't have the cultural context to understand how difficult that actually is. But I'm assuming it's really basic stuff.
It's really fucking hard. Kanji is the thing that Japanese people hate in probably the same way that calculus is hated in the West. I imagine it's on that sort of level because it's such a fucking pain in the ass. There are thousands of them.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, so there is a reason that most, like, shonen manga, aimed at like early teens and late teens have like the furigana above kanji, so it tells you how to read it, because it's just not a thing you need most of the time. It's just a fucking pain in the ass.
Sounds like cursive.
I guess. I mean, as someone that learned cursive at like 6, that's not a. It was a different time, so it's whatever. I'm old, so she gets told off by the little kid for being stupid, and then shown to her room. And the mum is.
I don't know if there's an exact word for the word retarded in Japanese, but that's what they decided to use, which was surprising to see in anything.
Yeah, it might have been something along the lines of whatever the Japanese use for mentally disabled, which is probably not a nice word in the language, so it makes sense. She gets shown to her new room, which is very pink and fluffy. You get the impression that the mum really wanted a daughter but never got one, so that's why she's so into it.
Which she proceeds to say word for word.
Oh, okay.
Like a second later.
I watched this like 2-3 weeks ago.
That's very fair. No, she's really upfront about the fact that she wanted a daughter, and she's really excited that she can have one for a while, essentially.
Then the douche shows up after the mum leaves, to be clear, and he's like, yeah, I fucking hate this too, because you're stupid and I don't want anything to do with you, so just fucking let's deal with it, I guess. Whatever.
Really just setting himself up to be the most hated person on the entire cast list.
This is why I say the quality of this really depends on where this goes, because it being anime and him being rich and intelligent and everything that, you're supposed to want seems like is going to be the one she ends up with after some hijinks ensue.
That's exactly it.
Great.
God damn it. It's garbage.
Yeah, in that case, I hate the show. because holy shit, no. This
why
is literally Gaston. That is what this is.
Oh fuck, yeah, you're right.
per
Oh.
the when Kotoko and her father move in with Naoki and his father, he gives Kotoko many hardships and maintains a rather cold attitude towards her, although he gradually warms up to her because he believed that the trouble she caused made his mundane life more interesting. It's that type of thing.
Oh, that's so condescending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate this. Like, I
Why
didn't at
couldn't the-
first when I didn't know where this was going, but now that I know where it's going, I want nothing to do with it.
Why couldn't the? I hesitate to call him the delinquent. Why couldn't the pseudo yakuza kid win?
You mean
that's
the guy?
better.
You mean the guy who not only saved her father's life, but the next day put together a donation fund for her to get a new house? Who
Yes.
organized a housewarming party to help her get through the depression of being rejected by the person she liked for 2 years? That guy?
Yeah,
Yeah. Crazy.
Think, you know, but they didn't have to make him such an appealing candidate romantically.
But they did. Like,
Yeah, like cultural values, I guess, maybe, or that feels like really unfair to paint it with that broad brush of just like, hey, romantic interest is based on social uplift only. Like, fucking, that is such a gross thing to even think, and I apologize for even entertaining it as an idea, but holy shit. Holy shit.
It's not a good look.
it's clearly girls' fantasy of, oh, the cold but rich guy who teases you or bullies you more so, but that sort of thing is what the specific fantasy that they want. But damn, actions speak louder than words, and I don't know, that guy over there has been doing a lot of actions. But the response he gets is like none at all, except for, oh, it's embarrassing that you're doing the donation fund.
I feel like I was going to say no Western property would go in this direction, and it would be so obvious that it was going to end with the other guy. But then I remember Beauty and the Beast 2017 happened, where the entire film the Beast was negging Belle for liking Romeo and Juliet and shit like that, and like fucking ugh. So maybe
Yeah.
What about Twilight?
Twilight, I don't think Edward talked shit to Bella at any point.
Oh, he did. He was an asshole at first. Yeah, he was a
Oh.
big asshole.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough then.
I feel like he came around fairly quick. He still treated her like she was, completely defenseless, but vampires in that universe are fairly strong, even though they're laughably stupid. So, like, he had a point.
I mean, technically, I guess, if you want to be completely, practical and realistic and callous about it, you could say that this guy here has a point too about it being stupid, but still, like, fuck.
Yeah.
I get, like, maybe you don't like unintelligent girls, but to say you hate stupid girls that's a very hard stance. That's an opinionated stance.
Yeah. That's I just alienated like half of the school because there are 6 classes and you can clearly delineate because of that. But
There's also a difference between taking the letter gracefully and turning her down gently and being like, haha, no, fuck you.
It's so mean.
How dare you even approach me?
No, he's Dio.
Oh, you're approaching me? Too bad you're stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, you're approaching me? I can't show you how stupid I am from over here. Oh, then show me how stupid you are as you like. Fucking Christ. This is so awful.
Yeah.
Next number I rolled, by the way. 26.
Oh, right. So I don't recommend watching this show.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. Unless it's a very specific interest.
It was entertaining for what it was, but I wouldn't watch any more of it knowing how it goes.
1, 2,
Yeah, I mean,
3.
I suppose I do recommend the first episode because it's kind of wacky and entertaining, honestly.
It's got 9 television dramas and 4 live action films.
Jesus, of course it does. I don't know if the big twist was like that she actually grew to hate the guy that she moved in with, and they just remained enemies for the whole show. That'd be great.
No, they get married and have a child.
I wished for death.
It's a fucking 10. All right. 8.
All right. 8. Well, then I rolled number 5.
No.
What do we got?
I recognize that language.
Is it a Chinese show?
At least it's not CGI.
Oh dear.
Zetianji. At the beginning of time, a mystical meteor came crashing down from outer space and scattered all over the world. That's not how meteors work, but okay. A piece of it landed in the eastern continent.
That is how meteors work. They break up over as a re-entry.
Yeah, but they don't go all around the fucking world.
No. Maybe it's a small world, after all.
There were mysterious totems carved upon the meteor, and people gathered around it wanting to discover its usage. They discovered the way.
Do you know the way?
And established the tradition. Several thousand years later, the 14-year-old orphan Chen Chang Shang left his master to cure his illness and change his fate. He brought a piece of marriage vow with him to the capital. Thus began the journey of a rising Shansha bullshit.
A piece of marriage vow? What?
I don't know what that means, but, you know.
Okay.
There is a novel that is 1,241 chapters.
Yeah?
Of course there is.
And a manhwa that is 113 chapters.
Wow. Only?
This show actually has 5 seasons.
The wuxia stuff, there's so much of it. It's kind of insane how whenever you go to like a wuxia series, like, oh yeah, no, there's 1,000 chapters here. You're like, excuse me?
Yeah, but it's all so fucking... Ugh. Okay.
Unintelligible?
Yeah.
Not even unintelligible, but maybe formulaic might be the word.
Yeah?
I'm going to see if I can find something that I can show you guys, and we may talk about on the podcast, or possibly do a dramatic reading of. That might be fun. Ah, there we go. Found it. So I'll post that when we're doing the podcast, which you will have heard several months ago, probably, audience. So, yeah. That's Zetian, unless we're going to veto it. Anyone?
No. It'll probably
No.
be boring, but I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chanji. That's the thing we're doing. Cool. Bye, everybody.
Bye.